Hi, I'm Gary White for Channel 6, Central Kentucky Television, and I'm here with Dr. John T. Isaacs Jr. at Isaacs and Isaacs General Dentistry on Bobolink Drive in Springfield for our monthly update on all things dental, right?
All things dental. Yeah, thanks, Gary. Thanks for having us again. That's right, and with it being summer, of course, each month we try to have a different topic to kind of stimulate your viewers. But usually during the summer we run a special. We do a Zoom whitening special, and I've been talking around, and of course you had a good idea too. We'll get to that in a few minutes. But for our Zoom whitening special, we're going to talk about why we whiten our teeth, what people want, what to expect, how it works, and then later on we'll kind of give you some details.
Exactly. And Zoom teeth whitening can be done here at your office, right?
It's an in-office procedure. It takes about an hour. We generally go through three segments. Sometimes we'll add a fourth treatment if the patient will allow us to. Sometimes your teeth get a little sensitive, so we'll stop at 3. It's designed for 3, but sometimes we'll go ahead and give it a little extra push if you can. So, and about anybody, I don't like to do it on people who are under 18. I have done it. I did it on my kids. I did it on my daughter. She was probably 16 or 17 at the time. The younger you are, the more sensitive your teeth are going to be, because the nerves, proportionately, the nerves are bigger. As you get older and grow up, the nerves shrink a little bit. We have something called reparative dentin that we've talked about here on these segments. But as you get older, they shrink down so you don't feel it. So if you work on somebody that's 80 years old, a lot of times the nerves are shrunk and they can't feel anything. You can usually do an amalgam, do a prep on it too without any Novocaine. But on somebody young, you need to be cognizant of that. And if it does bother you halfway through the procedure, we can put a little numbing gel on it. We can also give you an injection to stop the pain. So.
Okay, so it's teeth whitening. So I know people are all born with different colored teeth, right? But it's teeth whitening.
There is a variation. Generally speaking, we go from an A hue to a D hue, and then there's various shades in between, and probably about 15 or 16 that we use. Now we have a new computer system that can shade things up to about 100 different shades, and we like to do that too. So we can get the shade that you are, and then the shade that we can get you to, and that's what we like to do. Everybody's a little bit different. Now, from all the literature, it says we can go about 6 shades whiter, which doesn't mean a whole lot to anybody other than it's going to get whiter. Now, if you've lost the enamel off the teeth, if you're older or your teeth are worn, it doesn't bleach as well. So that's why it works the best on somebody probably under 50 years old. I'm now 56, just turned 56, but you were just asking me, am I a candidate? We'll get into that in just a second. But the older you are, the less that you will bleach. But the older you are, the more bleaching we can actually do, because your teeth won't be sensitive. Okay. We also offer, or we'll actually give it to you, are the take-home trays, and they work wonders too. If you can bleach your teeth and then have the take-home trays, you can go ahead and get an extra boost of that. So.
Okay, so tell us what happens when you get zoomed.
Well, when you get zoomed, it's a peroxide gel, hydrogen peroxide gel that you actually put on the teeth. And when you put that on there, and then you take the UV light, the ultraviolet light, what that does, it breaks down the gel and releases the oxygen. So when the oxygen's released, the teeth, as we've said before, when we feel it with our tongue, they feel very smooth, but they're not. They're very porous. If you have an electron microscope, you can look under the surface of it, and it kind of looks like peaks and valleys. It kind of looks very rugged, like rocks. So what this does, it gets into those things are called enamel rods, little tiny enamel rods, and they're 4 to 6 nanometers, which is a tiny little increment. There's about 1 billion nanometers per meter, and that's how it gets a nanometer. And to break it down to something that we all know, in an inch, if you imagine 25 million segments in an inch, that's how big these little enamel rods are. That's why the UV light works. That's why you put the gel on there. You hold somebody still, and you really can't move for about an hour. You're held there. You can speak and make we can kind of talk to you, but we hold you there for about an hour with this gel on here, and then the UV light will come in and break the bleach down, and then the bleach releases the oxygen. The oxygen will actually get into those little pores, and it'll work on it and actually bleach the enamel rods that are in there, the individual enamel rods, which are, like I say, they're 4 to 6 nanometers in length. So the longer your enamel rods and the more enamel rods you have, the better it's going to bleach.
Okay.
Now, will the dentin, which is the root surface, or the cementum, will that bleach? The answer is yes, but just not as efficient, because you don't have as many. There's not as many rods in the enamel and dentin. I'm sorry, in the cementum, which is underneath there.
Okay. Okay. So it's about an hour procedure, correct?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And is there a pain involved?
Well, the pain. I've never had the procedure done, but and we talked about that. Why haven't I? I've had bridges and crowns done. If you've had bridges and crowns in the front, they won't bleach. But all my teeth are crowned up through here, so I don't really need it. I've already had them. I've had them bleached with it's porcelain. I've got porcelain in there, so I don't need it. Now, something else. Oh, we're going to talk about you here in a second. We're going to run out of time, but you talked about the pain. Is it painful? Some people do experience a little bit of pain throughout it, and that's why we'll ask you after the third segment, do you want to go for the fourth? Some give us a thumbs up, some say they've had enough, so we'll stop. And it's a little painful. Another thing I worry about, if you're taking an antibiotic, we don't want to do it while you're on an antibiotic. The antibiotics will make your skin a little more susceptible to the UV light. It can give you a little sunburn around your face, so we want to stay away from that. You can put some sunscreen on your face. We recommend you do that, and then also some lip balm for that. We'll do that too, so it doesn't sunburn you.
Right.
Because the UV light will be pretty intense for about an hour or so.
Now, what we're going to talk about is we are going to be doing a procedure. I'm going to have the opportunity to be Zoomed, right?
Gary has he's going to allow us to do a Zoom whitening on him the next time we do a taping. So we're going to do it. We'll have it all set up. We've talked it over with our staff. The girls are excited. So we're going to have Gary in the chair, and he's going to go through the procedure. So you can be the one to tell people, hey, it's not any big deal. It's okay.
If it works,
if it works, we'll do a before and after. We'll test you out. He's agreed to be our spokesperson, so he's going to do a before and after, and we'll see how it does. And I looked at you last time. You do qualify. You haven't had a whole lot of crowns and bridges in there.
Tell us about that. Who does qualify?
Well, almost anybody, unless you've got a lot of crowns, which the reason why you do, because it won't work. It doesn't work on porcelain. It only works on enamel. It doesn't work on plastic. If you have a lot of plastic, the composite fillings, it won't bleach those. But after we bleach it and they don't work, sometimes we can add a little bit to it. We can match those up. We can change the plastic. We can change the porcelain too. That's a little more procedures that people don't want to do. We'll take it as far as you want to do it. Most people just don't want to do that.
Right. Okay. So this is Zoom Teeth Whitening, and it's available here at Isaacs and Isaacs General Dentistry right on Bob Link Drive in Springfield. And pretty soon we're going to get an opportunity to see how it's done. I'm going to go through the procedure.
You're going to go through the procedure, and when we're going to get with you whenever this segment airs. We want you to check out our Facebook page, because we're going to have a special announcement then too. I've talked to my wife Pam. She's got involved, and she wants to have a giveaway, a Zoom whitening sweepstakes. She want to call it the Zoom Stakes. So we're going to have a Zoom Stakes coming up, and I'm not sure all the rules that you have to do in order to enter, but it'll be pretty easy.
Right. So go to Facebook and like both Channel 6 Television to see this video, and also go and on Facebook and like Dr. John T. Isaacs Jr., which is your Facebook page.
Right.
You can get some great information, updates on everything that's going on here, but you also can find out all the details and enter for the Zoom Stakes.
That's right. Yeah.
For your chance to get Zoomed as well here at Isaacs and Isaacs General Dentistry, because we're going to be giving away one of those procedures as well. Now, if somebody's interested, if they don't win that sweepstakes, what's kind of the cost?
Hey, how about that? Yeah, if somebody, if you're not going to get a free one like Gary or the giveaway, then I believe we offer it for $425.
Okay.
I think is what the usual. And I believe we have $100 off right now. It seems like to me we put an ad with the monthly flyer too that's $325, I think.
So we have a special going right now.
And we usually do during the summer months. That's when people, we're going out more and we got
smiling more. The weather's
yeah, we
nice.
got more evening parties and stuff. The darker your skin tone, the more enhanced that'll look too. So if you're kind of dark complected, so yeah, we'll get a good result out of you. So
get some good white teeth right here at Isaacs and Isaacs General Dentistry. And tell us the phone number here.
859-336-7680.
And call, find out more about Zoom teeth whitening. And then remember to go to Facebook and like Dr. John T. Isaacs Jr.'s Facebook page, as well as Channel 6 Television, and we'll have details on both of them for you to learn how you can enter into the Zoom stakes.
The Zoom stakes, yeah.
That's right.
Good deal.
Great. This has been Gary White for Channel 6 Central Kentucky Television.